the United States has the best government data in the world by a lot. And there are dedicated civil servants who literally go around the country checking prices in every community of every variable and making sure the data is as clean and reflective of what's really happening as they can.
My textbooks say you got to be nuts. You can't cut rates given a 2-ish, 3-ish, 3-month annualized inflation. Do you see any sense of transitory in these statistics?
I think we're in a new regime for inflation. I think we're in a new regime for bond yields. So if the economy slows a lot, which Constance was talking about right before me, if the economy slows enough, that's going to help pull inflation down. But that's not a situation anyone wants, right? Usually you get deflation when you have a deep recession. We don't want that. But I think for the Federal Reserve, I was trying to look at when is the last time we got this? Rate cuts with inflation above target and the job market softening, but okay. 1995. So at the time, they did 3 25 basis point insurance cuts. Inflation was running about 2.3, so lower than where we are now. The job market was okay, but the economy broadly was softening. And so they said, we're going to try to massage this a little bit. And the stock market obviously loved it. It was up about 15% over the 3-cut period, the S&P. And I think that's probably what we're going to get this time. I don't know if it's 1 cut, 2, 3. I lean towards less, frankly, because of the inflation risk. And I think they'll do a cut in September. It's so priced in, it would be very difficult for the Fed to argue against that. But Jackson Hole later this month, I believe it's August 21st to 23rd, that'll give us some more color, I think, on the sidelines of where they're leaning.
Bloomberg Intelligence U.S. rate strategist Ira Jersey out with the first take saying basically this CPI print with the CPI running at 0.2% on the headline suggests that the PCE print will allow the Fed to ease in September. So that's the first take from Ira Jersey here. What do you make, or what did you make, Rebecca, last week of the labor data and then the president, firing the BLS head and all that kind of stuff? What did you make of all that?
I mean, is there an opportunity for the government to modernize its data collection? Absolutely. But this is not easy, right? If you think about people do analysis of data looking back 10, 20, 50, in some organizations 100 years, if I suddenly change how I collect the data, I have to make sure that new methodology doesn't screw up how I look at the old data, right? We don't want apples and oranges. So it's actually a very difficult process to make these changes. And you need resources to do that. The government has cut the budget for the BLS, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, so they have fewer resources, not more, to do this modernization. But I do think they would agree that this is the direction they should go. Try to see what tools are out there they can use to include in this process to make sure the data is as relevant and reflective of the economy as possible. Firing the head of the BLS, I think, was performative and really a shame. I think at the margin, it's one more small nail in the coffin of credibility of U.S. institutions.